Thank you. Hello. Good morning. My name is Valencia Noel. Thank you all for coming. Good morning to everyone. Good morning, Facebook. Good morning to everyone.
Peace and blessings, family. Good morning, sister.
Good morning. Good morning. Peace and blessings to you as well. Thank you. Good morning, June.
What does the family need for this presentation?
Just an open mind. You know, it's a short session. So if you haven't had your coffee or tea yet, definitely grab it. But just an open mind. You could bring a piece of paper and pen to write down any questions. If we're unable to answer it, you could definitely contact me. All consultations are free, so you can actually contact me. So. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for coming.
Good morning, Valencia. How you doing this morning?
Good morning. Good morning.
I'm well. Thank you. I'm well. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning, all. I hope all is well with everyone. I hope everybody slept well for this good morning. Again, everyone on Facebook, good morning to you all. I'm so glad you all are here. And again, just bring an open mind. Write down any questions you may have if I'm unable to get to, and you feel free to email me.
Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Stay woke. Stay woke. Stay woke. It's time to get up. Stay woke. Stay woke. Stay woke. It's time to get up. We're healing, we're dealing, we're growing. Together, together, releasing. We're teaching, we're moving. Together, together, we're learning, discerning, we're striving. Together, together, we're leading, connecting, transforming. Together, together.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. I hope all is well with you all and you slept well. Again, you know, what you would just need is just an open mind. Definitely pour into your questions. If we're unable to get to it, you can send me an email and I'll definitely respond to you. I'm ready to begin. Is the slide up? Because I don't see it.
Get into your presentation slide.
I'm sorry.
Get right into your presentation. Slides.
Yeah, I don't see the slides. I'm sorry, I
There's
don't
no-
see it.
What slides? There's no slides.
Okay, I definitely sent it. I emailed it to you, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so I'm here all to talk about life insurance, the importance about insuring your income. Um, so pretty much people don't understand or fully understand what life insurance is really to cover. Um, so, it's not, of course, it's a big check, to your family, depending how much you get. I mean, it's anything is a big check to your family, no matter the amount. This pretty much allows um, to be able to bury a loved one uh, properly and to give the family some grieving time to be able to grieve that, they suffered a loss. But really, it is to cover your income. Um, if a family of two or four, two parents and two small children, and the wife would have, um, thank you, and the wife, God forbid, should have passed, then, the life insurance is there to cover at least the next 8 to 10 years of the family's income. All right, but this is our mission statement. Thank you for that. Our mission statement is to help families earn more income by protecting people financially if they were to die too soon or live too long. Of course, as a licensed life insurance agent, or as anybody, human, we don't want anyone to die, right? But it's inevitable, right? So what we do is we protect you if you were to die too soon, but also if you live too long, so you don't outrun your money. People don't realize that life insurance or retirement actually is a number. Once you reach your retirement goals, which is having your mortgage paid off, you have money in the bank, you have your kids are grown, they have their own financial understanding, then you could pretty much live on passive income as it comes to as you have it in the bank for yourself. I'm ready for next slide, but it's not on the okay. So 100 people at age 65, 54 are dependent. Either they're dependent on their children still to help them out with their bills, or maybe even living with their children. 36 are still working. At age 65, I know they, people would rather be retired, but you go into like Walmart and you see like the elder greeters. I'm sure they don't want to be there unless they just wanted something to do, but majority of the time it's because they probably just didn't have the financial background or help to be able to teach them to have money later on, so they don't have to, depending on the checks at 65 or even elder. 5% are deceased. With these unprecedented times, obviously if you don't keep yourself healthy or, any unfortunate circumstances, 4% are okay at a million, and 5 or 1% are wealthy at 1 million. And why do you think people don't, or at least 95% are not okay, with their finances, or they're not doing better with their money, pretty much? Um, Anybody would like to unmute and answer?
A divine rising. It's Omena. Hi.
Good morning. Good morning, Omena.
A divine rising to you, love, and everyone else. Well, it's primarily what you said. A lot of it has to do with education and just understanding finances.
Yes.
Oh, you want me to share my video? So a lot of it has to do with finance, like not knowing, just not having the education to really know
Right.
how to save, what to save.
Yes.
And some of it may just be the expenses too. Sometimes people
Yeah.
have a lot of expenses, the money, sort of like you said, runs out. They don't know how to invest it.
Right. Good. And you're absolutely right. Pretty much they don't have a financial coach. No one is out here, besides us, educating people how truly money works and how you could utilize it for your future, for your family's future. I'm ready for the next slide when you are. Okay. The rule of 72. So this rule was actually, not made up by us. It was actually stumbled upon by Albert Einstein. This is every Wednesday. Basically, they roll the law. But Albert Einstein actually discovered this rule. So does anybody know now how much the banks are giving on interest rates when you save your money? If anything,
Okay,
Omena.
me again. It's 0.0000001. You're not even getting a
Right.
penny.
Right, exactly. And Omena, if you could actually stay off mute, I'll use you as an example. Right. So you're
Mhm.
right. I still need the slide. I'm sorry. So yes, but they are just giving 0.01. I think I see that in the chat as well. But so let's just say, for math's sake, it's 1%. So your youngest Omena, what's his or her name?
Keom.
Keom. Okay, beautiful. So let's just say when Keom was born and your family came together and gave you, Omena, $2,000 and say, Omena, take this $2,000, put this in an interest-bearing account. So then when Keom gets older, he'll have money to be able to, to spend or do as he please, right? And where do people mostly save their money?
Inside of a savings account in a regular bank.
Exactly. So now, using the rule of 72, which is you divide your interest rate into 72 to find the approximate number of years it takes your money to double, right? So 1% into 72, Keon will be 72 years old when his $2,000 doubles to $4,000. How excited do you think Keon will be with you that you
Oh
left
my
him 4,000?
gosh.
This to me was the aha moment, because again, I went to school, even though it was for biology, I still took an economics class and they still did not teach me this rule. Once I, learn this rule, I understand this rule, I'm just like, everybody needs to know this. So again, as you see, 3 to 72, your money doubles every 24 years. Um, six 6%, your money doubles every 12 years, and at 12%, your money doubles every 6 years. So now, Omena, do you think that the banks know how to get 12% on your money?
I think they know. I think they don't show you that because they use your money, the interest of your money, to do other things for themselves that they invested in. So
Right.
while maybe the average teller might not know, they should. The higher
Right.
ups in banks do know.
You're absolutely right, because not everybody there is licensed. Fortunately, with our company, we do license everyone that we hire there. Because as you said, it's important rule, important information that you need to know, and educating our clients is truly important. Same thing the CEO always tells us: we chase to crusade, not to cash. The money will always come, but providing the information to the people is what truly matters. And you're right, they do know how to make that. And how does that make you feel that they know how to make 12% on your money that you put there, but they give you the 0.1%.
This is why I have other investment accounts,
Right.
because I don't keep a lot of my money inside of the
Good for
regular
you.
checking or bank account.
Good for you. Good for you.
Yeah.
And not everyone knows that. So I'm so proud of you for even taking that step.
Well, I
Next
learned that
slide.
here in Woo. I learned it here from some of the experts from Alicia and a few other experts here at Woo,
Good.
who
Yes.
taught
Good for
me,
you.
yeah, how to invest my money in other accounts, but mainly Alicia. So, yep, learned right here.
Yes. Good job, Wu. I'm ready for the next slide when you are. All right. So here, and thank you so much, Omena. Thank you for being an example. So the power of Primerica, this is what we do for our clients. This is an example for a 30-year-old couple with 2 children. So before Primerica, John and Mary, they had a whole life coverage, 150,000 per person, 0% on zero coverage on the children, and they were paying $218 a month. And alongside with that, they were trying to do the right thing. So they had a retirement account set up. They had $20,000 in an IRA at 1.5%, and they were contributing $100 a month. So at age 67, they will have $94,133. So, I mean, in the chat, how long do you think they will be in retirement at $94,000? Or you could come off mute. Not far, exactly. Not far at all. So what we were able to do for them, we were actually able to 3 months, exactly, right? Especially with everything going on. So what we were able to do for them is that for John, we were able to, and Mary, we were able to double their coverage. We were able to put coverage on the children. And now let me ask you folks really quickly, do children die? Right? Yes, they do. So, and, not be able to, have a proper burial for your child is definitely devastating, alongside even losing your child. So we definitely were able to cover their children. And the great thing is that, with our coverage, you pay one price up to 14 kids. And now their monthly premium became $113. So alongside with that, we rolled over their $20,000 into a mutual fund. So now their money increased from 100 to 205. Anybody want to take themselves off of mute or put in the chat, where do you think that they got the extra $105 from?
Is it from what they were paying from their monthly premium?
Yes, exactly. From their monthly premium, from their insurance that we saved them. Because if you can see, before they were paying 218, now we saved them 113. So when we ask our clients, if I saved you $105, what would you do with that money? Before, when I first started out, a lot of people weren't educated. I mean, now we have access more information. People are pulling out more into social media. But people say, oh, I'll go get my hair done. I'll do this, I'll go buy some extra clothes for my kids. And this is stuff that, that would either make us feel good as parents to do for our children or to make us feel good for ourselves. But, we educate them and say, no, you can, but don't you think it would be better to invest that money, for later? So now they added that 105 at age 67, they're at $1.8 million. Is that a big difference or a huge difference? And we could definitely go to the next slide. So now with the information given, I want you to ask yourself these questions. Do you have a Roth IRA? Definitely, have you rolled over any old 401ks? At times you leave your jobs, and you don't realize that you were investing your money at times and you just left it just sitting there. You're definitely able to roll it over into a mutual fund or to definitely a better interest-bearing account to be able to be utilized for your future. Do you have 5 to 10 times your annual salary in life insurance? Again, life insurance, yes, it is a big check, but the sole purpose is to replace your income. Especially if you have small children, you want them to be able to at least have what mommy or daddy was providing for the next 8 to 10 years, while they, figure out life, while they get older. Do you own your policy, or does your job own it? A lot of times I speak to clients and they're telling me, well, my job, they have, I have life insurance through my job. But what you don't realize, if you were to lose your job, or if you become sick, you're unable to pay towards it, you no longer are insured. And again, by that time, you'll be older. If your health status is not well, then you're either causing yourself to pay a higher premium than what you would have paid, had you got it before, or during your younger years, or you just may be ineligible, period. And do you have any cash value policy that needs to be replaced? Next slide.
Valencia, I have a question.
Oh, yes.
Can we actually go back? I just, do you mind if I use myself as an example? Because this will be
No,
helpful for me to understand. Okay, the
Yes.
previous slide, sorry, Kenyoku. Okay, so like I mentioned last week, I'm transitioning out of my full-time role and going the consultant route. And for that, I'm going to lose my life insurance that I have with my job. But I'm able, let me know if I'm right here, I will be able, if I went this route with Primerica for term life insurance, I would be able to roll over my retirement, what I have already in there from my current job over to this IRA and mutual funds. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And so with term life insurance, I know there was some confusion last week. I think I got it, so let me know. With term life insurance, if I take out, let's say, 300,000 for myself, no kids yet or anything, and my premium is 113. So I would be taking out 113, paying that myself for term life insurance, and the term, let's say, is 30 years. So for 30 years, I'll be paying into this, but I wouldn't get it at the end. It's there as a cushion in case something happens to me while I'm building that, let's say, for example, $1.8 million. It's a cushion, it's protection. So I won't be getting the 300,000, but I will be getting that 1.8, depending on how much money I have, right?
Right.
So instead of the 300,000, I'm building myself up to the million where I won't need that term insurance anymore.
Exactly.
Okay, so it's just helping me in case while I build that wealth up, it's insurance to help me along the way, so that 30 years later, when that term is up, I have, say it's $1 million to pull from to pay for my funeral expenses and to provide for my family.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay,
Great question. I'm
Thank
glad you
you.
fully understand that. Yes.
Okay, got it now. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, watch out for these pitfalls. I'm not sure if any of you are familiar with Dave Ramsey on group insurance. He pretty much quotes, do not have all your life insurance at work. Of course, if they have it for free, I would say grab it, but do not have all your life insurance at quote. Even if they furnish it all, you should have your policy that you own, end quote. Right. He actually used to work with us until he branched out and started his own company. But, he still believes in the standards of, what we are educating our clients on. Do not allow your job to own your life insurance for your family. If they're not going to give you a raise, or if they're not even willing to work with you financially to meet your financial needs. I mean, do you think they'll be able to meet your financial needs after you're long and gone? Just ponder that question for yourself. Susie Orman on cash value and term insurance. You could actually YouTube her. She's incredible. The only type of life insurance you should own is term life insurance. And she goes heavily on, why and the difference between the cash value insurance. And she goes into examples. And I as well, can go into examples for you all as well. My contact information will be at the end where you all could either call or email me. Next slide. I believe there's a question. I just didn't see the question. I don't know if someone could read it for me, please. Or is there any questions from Facebook?
Yeah,
Or
that was my question. Based off of what Chantel, you did such an amazing job explaining that, but I just wanted to make sure that I'm clear on the term life insurance. And I apologize, we didn't get a chance to build before then. Crunching, I was trying to meet another deadline, but my question is, just for clarification, I really was just going over what she said. So it sounds like term life is in 30 years. I actually was thinking about this yesterday, actually, because I was like, oh, I think I'm going to maybe reach out to you or go back to my homegirl, right? To say, I don't want term life. I need to get something different, because for me to pay what I'm paying into it and to lose that, in 30 years makes no sense to me. So, but how Chantel just broke it down, it sounds like whatever premium, right now I'm paying 47. It's a little under 50. It's like 47 point something. Let's just round it to $48, right? So I'm
Okay.
paying like $48, and I was like, okay, it's only like $30,000 the policy,
Right.
which I'm just like, I need more. I don't, like, we already know, right? 90,000 is nothing. 30,000 is not much at all, right?
Right.
So what I'm asking is, can I take that? So if in 30 years I'm not deceased, does that mean the interest that has been earned on whatever I'm paying into, I can take that 30 grand out and invest it in another account?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it's more detailed into that, but we only do have 30 minutes. So I
I'll
definitely
reach out
do.
to you. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
please, and I'll explain it to you. But no, insurance, again, it is just insurance, and we separate your interest-bearing account so you could be able to pull money when you need to.
Wait, so
The
you could
last,
pull from term life now?
not from, no,
No.
not from insurance. No, again, we educate you guys to get term insurance and also to open up an interest saving variance account. Because with whole life, they combine the two. And what they don't advise you is that one, you can only borrow what you put into, and it definitely doesn't equal to what you insure yourself to. Two, if you were to pull it out or all of it out, you would lose your insurance. And three, God forbid something were to happen to you, your family does not get both your savings and your insurance, because that money is theirs. If you think about it, just borrowing is like you're not borrowing money for yourself, because you would never borrow from yourself. You would just take money that you need, especially if you're saving. If you want to put it back, that's fine. But borrowing money, that's the term that they use and that they clearly put on the policy. That means you have to pay back. So your family doesn't even get that money. So this is why we offer to separate both accounts. You keep the insurance as insurance and as your savings as your savings. So if you ever would need to borrow money, we'll set up emergency funds. You have your retirement that you could utilize for future investments. Whatever you need to be able to utilize your money. And again, once you reach out, I could break it down for you, and I'll definitely take care of you.
Hand is up.
Okay. I'm sorry.
So with the whole life insurance, so say I have a whole life insurance for $100,000 and I've only paid $100 into it for a year, and it's like 1,200. God forbid if I were to pass, my family would only get 1,200. Whatever I put
Depending
in is what they get out, not that whole 100,000.
depending on the life insurance, on the whole life insurance, majority of them, if not all of them, if you die within the first 2 years, no, your family would not get the $100,000. They would probably get the 1,200. If that, because for
Wow.
myself, yeah, for my example, before actually getting licensed, I had a whole life insurance. My job was just offering me insurance, and I had my daughter at the time. She was small. So it didn't make sense, but I know I needed it. So I went and got it. So once I was introduced to this industry, I went to my first class, and they were explaining the differences between the two. And I'm just like, oh, well, I wonder which one do I have, from work.
Mhm.
And, and I mean, I wasn't as saved as I was then. I literally called my agent, and I gave him, some, unkind words. And once I called the company, it was horrible, because God forbid if I would have died, when I called the company, my daughter only would have gotten $1,200. I asked for $1 million. He only gave me 250,000. And any of the money that he claimed that I was going to be saving, they kept. So I couldn't collect anything out. They said the first 3 years they keep all that money. So once, for myself that I experienced that, I'm just, this was like my passion, became my passion to educate our people. Like, guys, this is not the way, especially coming from a Caribbean background. You just hear whole life, but there's so much stipulations going into, and clauses going into that into that whole life policy. So if I'm experiencing this, and I consider myself very educated, I'm very knowledgeable. I said, no, I have to teach. If I could teach the world, I will, and this is where I am now. So I myself experienced it. Yeah. So whatever you put in at that time is what they'll allow you to pull out, but not within the first year. No.
Okay, and if so, as far as like funeral arrangements or anything, you wouldn't be able to take out the $100,000 even to pay for all of that?
Not for the first year. No.
Awesome. All right, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for your question.
Leah has a question, hand raised.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for this information.
Of
So
course.
I apologize if you already answered this question, but
No.
thank you for providing that info about whole, because you're right. Growing up, it's like, oh, get whole, get whole, get whole. New York Life, Primerica, I don't know. But I am happy to see that Primerica has definitely stayed around. So it sounds to me term is the best one, and I think you did mention that. But which one, just to be clear, can you get the most bang for your buck? So for example, I am interested in life insurance where if you're taking out $1 million, God forbid something happens, my family will get $1 million. Okay, regardless of how much I put in. That's it. So it's just the goal of not dying like within the first 5 years in order for the family to be able to get $1 million if you get term insurance. And I'm sorry if I'm just, speaking very simple, but if you could break that down, I would really appreciate that.
Right. So what we and thank you for your question. What we tell our clients, especially at the end of closing, they'll ask me, well, when does my policy start? And I'll ask them, well, when do you want your policy to start? They say, right now, if possible. And it starts right now. As soon as we close your deal, if you have $1 million policy, we're going through the underwriting process. God forbid if you were to pass during even that process, they would still go through the underwriting. If you qualify for that $1 million, I would be bringing your family that $1 million check. Yes. So it's not like it's a time period where you're, when it comes to term insurance. Not all term insurance are built the same, so I can't speak on every competitor, but I know with ours, as soon as you sign up, God forbid something would have happened to you, even during the underwriting process. The underwriting process, if those who don't know what that is, that's pretty much them just going through your background. Doing your medical, your labs. We send actually a lab technician to your home, or you could go to a lab place to get your labs drawn to make sure everything is fine. Just like you want yourself to be protected, the company has to protect themselves as well. So as they're going through the underwriting process, and you're eligible for that $1 million, saying that you don't have a crazy medical history, everything is all as you said when we did the application, then your family will get that $1 million check. Yes.
Just a quick question. In terms of the insurance, I'm so sorry, I just forgot it. Can you have multiple carriers? So you got Primerica, you see on TV Select Quote, you see somebody else. Is that okay? Or will there be like some type of stipulation? No, this person had multiple carriers, so therefore we can't pay them out. We can't pay it.
I've seen people have, but I really just tell them, why have multiple? You only have one life, just have one policy. Put how much you need into that one policy. So at least you know where, your money is going. Because again, we do, help you pretty much see where your income is, or when it comes to your expenses, right? We're trying to minimize your expenses where your money is going out, spreading, so you could put most of it into your savings. So we tell your clients, you only have one life, just have one life insurance. How much you need, you could put it within that one policy, and just be done with it. People do have it. I think it's more of a mindset thing. They might feel like, okay, just in case this doesn't work, that doesn't work, they may have that. But with ours, we definitely do cover you for the amount that you need, as long as you qualify for it. Yes.
Thank you. And thank you for creating a space where, you can ask these questions. But sometimes you feel like, oh my God, I don't want, you don't want to sound, ignorant or anything. But I think that's why sometimes people are hesitant to sign up, because the questions they have these questions, but they just don't want to seem like, they might sound stupid. Because again, I would think it maybe, maybe you could have multiple carriers. Like what's wrong with that? You know, if you
Right.
have a carrier with Select Quote or a carrier Primerica or a carrier with your job, what's wrong with that? That's like $3 to $5 million, right?
Right. Right.
Am I wrong or am I right? Is that like $3 to $5 million for policies?
Right. So again, it depends on, it definitely depends on, the amount that you need. Again, you could also just put it as on one policy. But what we do for our clients that do have multiple insurance carriers, we go over their policy for them, and nine times out of 10, we'll find a hole in their bucket. So we ask them, listen, there's a hole in your bucket. Are you going to still keep pouring water into that bucket? Or are you going to, change over to what you have? Unfortunately, at those times, you had already put money into it. You probably have it, had it for years. So it's, it's unfortunate you may have to, lose that policy, but at the same time, it's not beneficial to you. So if you have a hole in your bucket, would you still keep putting water into that bucket? That's what we would ask our clients. And then we'll just do what's right. We'll get you properly insured, because again, there's a lot of clauses that people don't read, that they don't realize the agent does not tell them, so they could pretty much get that sale. That's why I always tell our clients, don't go by what the agent tells you, go by what the company, or what you signed for, because they could just tell you anything. And then you'll be like, well, you'll call them and say, hey, but I thought you said, and I thought you said this. And no, you didn't see. No, I didn't say that. No, I'll look on the policy because you signed it. This is what I said. This is maybe you misunderstood what I said. You understand? And again, I had that with my experience, because again, I told my agent I wanted $1 million. I wanted to save my money, and I called. I had nothing. I literally had nothing. They took all my money, and again, God forbid if I would have died, my daughter only would have gotten the $1,200.
Oh, all right. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Thank you for your question. And I don't want anyone to feel no question is a stupid question. We weren't born into this information. They're not even really freely offering this information. If it wasn't for Woo within this space and, some other facilitators around on social media who's offering this information, we wouldn't know. Again, I went to college and I paid them to teach me, and they didn't even teach me this information just to be able to do better for myself. I mean, I graduated 7 years ago. Again, I started, 6 years ago. And so I'm definitely investing my money better now. But imagine if I started 7 years ago, especially with the rule of 72, how my money would have doubled, especially when I was younger. How much money did I just waste, Because of course, you have your children, you want them in their flyest gear, and you want the better car. If I knew to properly invest my money in 7 years, having an interest, I mean, how much money would I would have had at this point, especially with the unprecedented times when everybody had to work or stop working and stay at home, how much better financial situation for myself I would have been for my children had I known this information and be able to, utilize the funds better. So it's no question is stupid. We're not born into this. No one is, again, freely giving us an information. So any questions that you all may have, please feel free to contact me. I'm not going to tie you down with a sale or anything like that, but, just having the information is, better than not. So I'm here to help everyone.
Valencia, there's some comments and questions in the chat. You want me to read them?
Yes, please.
Okay. So Jem, she said she's on Facebook. She actually came into the space. I'm not sure. Like, got that juice for her. She says she's a licensed life insurance agent. This is what she teaches her clients. Omena was saying, I'm wondering if investing directly in a compounded interest account is better than saving for 30 plus years. And I'm not sure if you'll be able to answer that. Charmaine asked, what medical issues prevents one from becoming a policy holder with Primerica? I can stop there if you want to answer some questions.
Right. So, Jem, good for you for being licensed and be able to educate, people on this information. There's plenty of room for all of us. So I'm so grateful for you that you do that. So thank you for that. Omena, definitely investing your money in not any type of interest-bearing account is something that you want to do regardless. Again, because the insurance is there just to be a cushion God forbid, while you're investing your money and you're not unable to reach your goal and you were something would have died too prematurely, then your family will get that money. So then they could continue on what you were doing for your family. Again, we do help our clients allocate their monies, pretty much how you would want them to be allocated if something would have died to you. If you were to die prematurely, I apologize. We'll help your family allocate the money how you would want it to be allocated, and you could do that legally through a will and trust, which we do provide as well. And medical conditions that could stop you from getting life insurance. The pretty much the heavy ones. I don't want to speak for underwriting because I know there's like certain stipulations. Like if you were to have diabetes, it may stop you, but it may not, because you may not be insulin. You may not be insulin dependent. You may just be taking just like something like metformin. If you have, I know if you have a felony. I know a lot of people may not know that if you have a felony within 10 years, you're unable to become insured, because they see, when, again, I don't want to speak for underwriting, but they see that if you yourself don't care about yourself, why should we insure you? That's my experience. If you're out here drinking and driving and you're not taking care of yourself, but yet you want $1 million policy, you want to pay like 30,000 into it. It's like, well, how does that benefit us? Because again, every company is in to make money, but at the same time, they're helping you if you were to die prematurely, because that, again, is inevitable. We don't know when we're going to pass, but at least take care of yourself that you could live longer and be able to provide for your family, be able to reach your goals. But then God forbid something would have happened, then you have, that cushion to be able to, your family able to utilize to continue on. So medical conditions, it could be anything. That's pretty much like a serious, a heart condition. Maybe if you're taking like 4 or 5 medications when it comes to high blood pressure, and it's not like you stop, period. If you actually do better, they lower your medications. A lot of the times, if you do were to get denied, because I used to be in the medical profession, a lot of the times, if you were to get denied, either your doctors may have some old information on your chart, that needs to be removed. And also, you are able to, get yourself to a healthier space that you could actually reapply and be approved. So the time now is 7:42. I know we only have a 30-minute session. But if there's more questions, I'm here willing to answer them, if that's okay with the admins. But if not, all my contact information will definitely be at the end or in the chat. And you feel free to call me, text me, or email me. I am available to speak to all of you and answer all your questions.
So there's no more questions in the chat. I'm not sure if anyone has any questions to verbally ask. How shall we proceed right now?
Just the last slide, which is just really quick.
Oh, okay, that was a slide I had up. Hold on.
All right, so I just shared this, just for you guys to see that Forbes magazine actually named us as the best insurance companies, as one of the best. We educate our clients again on what we educate you pretty much, and you can make the informed decision. So we're not gonna swear you off like, oh my goodness, they want whole life. As long as you understand everything, how everything works, whatever works for your family is what works for your family. Understand? So, but we at least give you all the information so you can make a better informed decision. The other two is just stuff that I would just like maybe post on my social media, but just to to have you just think about it. Just like
Valencia, you're coming in very
I'm sorry.
staticky. You're coming in very staticky. What just changed?
Oh, I apologize. This is better.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Okay. I apologize. Again, Forbes magazine definitely named us as one of the best top insurance companies, and this is the third time they named us that. And again, the other two is just, posts that I would post on my social media just to have, potential clients or just people just to think about. Because, we go through our everyday lives and don't even think about it. So, with life insurance, it's like a parachute. If you don't have it the first time, you need it, there's no second chance, and that's a real statement. And one is like life insurance, the older you get, the more it costs, right? So, as we get older, we want to live our best lives, and you already
Valencia, we have the static
know
again.
that money is definitely going to be that money.
Valencia.
Is it still?
Yes. It was good and it went off again.
It's still okay. All right, I'm not sure why I'm seeing reception on my end. All right, but you guys could see what I'm saying, So definitely, always make an informed decision for your family goals. And I am complete.
Okay, you can talk about your special offer while I get this line up.
All right, so my special offer, the first 3 participants, I'm seeing that I'm a little moving. I see that.
Valencia, I
my
don't know.
special offering is first 3 participants.
I'm so sorry. You're still coming in staticky. I don't understand what happened because you were very.
No, yeah, I apologize. I'm not.
Yeah. Did you move? Did something show up on your device that's that's challenging your audio? So while Valencia is considering.
No, not at all.
Because you sound clear now.
Right, I'm not sure what's going on. It's coming up perfect reception on my device here on my iPad.
Yeah, now it's not.
Sure what's going on.
I'd like to offer, it could be because, we're having extreme heat, it could be interfering with that as well. So my offer is that I'll just jump in and I'll read your special offer for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Aria is back. Here we go. Let's continue.
That's fine.
Charmaine, let me do it because I hear your phone doing what it was doing before, the sound in the background. I'm here. So Valencia special offer. The first 3 participants that email will receive a free 30-minute discovery call for personal financial needs analysis. You can email Valencia at noel.valencia514@gmail.com. This is Valencia's contact information. It's you can screenshot it if you like. It's going to be dropped in the chat. So you have her telephone number, her Instagram. Definitely go ahead and follow her and her email address. Reach out to her. And to our monthly automated love offerings is what's available today. You can choose $25, $50, $75 a month. And the links are here on the slide, is also going to be dropped in the chat. So you can click, follow the link, and then make your donation, and that will be automated every month. Tomorrow, Thursday, July 21st, you can come back and join us for Dr. Danette Dean. Her topic is Liberation Week. Free yourself from fibroids. All right. And if there are any new members in the space, please let us know. Drop a comment that says, "Hey, I'm new," in the comment section or in the chat, whether you're on Facebook or Zoom, so that we can know who you are, that you are here. We want to welcome you, and we want to let you know to keep coming back. So we're here Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 8:30. Those are our long days. And our short days like today are 7 to 7:30. And there's an ish on the time because we could do that. We are in Zoom live as well as streaming live on Facebook. So there's options for you to watch us. If you want to receive text alerts in the morning to say get up, get in, you're going to text Rule Nation to 74121. So you can do that now. Open up a blank text, type in 74121 in the telephone number section and Rule Nation in the comment section, press send. And you will be receiving messages every morning giving you the link to get in. You want to get some swag, go to bit.ly/Rule Swag, and you have many, many things to choose from. Thermos, mug, laptop, sleeve, bag, journal, mask, t-shirt, and sweatshirt. All those things can go into the bag. Isn't that cool? bit.ly/Rule Swag. And stay in touch. Register every week so that you can be on the email list to receive the who's coming up to present and any special offers that the facilitators drop in the email blast. bit.ly/Wake Up Movement is where you're going to go. We have 2 Facebook pages. One is private, one is public. The private page is the group where this is streamed live to, and we have a public page, which is a fan page. So go to the group to request to be admitted. If you're not already, go to the page, click like, and join us on Instagram, on YouTube, and send us an email if you would like, if you have something to share. I'm going to stop the share now, and I'm going to ask you all to unmute, because at this point we can give Valencia our love shower appreciation for this presentation and the knowledge that she dropped.
Very
Oh
Thank
interesting.
you,
my
Valencia.
God, thank you, Valencia.
Thank you. Very proud of you.
Tip,
Thank
I
you.
appreciate the information that you've given to us today. Again, it's helped me get a better knowledge base to make an informed decision. Give thanks to you and your time.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Valencia, for this great presentation on life insurance and the importance of it for us to, understand before we, fall into a lot of loopholes.
Right, right. Thank you. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate you all. Thank you for the love.
And let's move
Yes,
forward,
ma'am.
everybody.
Divine rising to you, Adam. And thank you so much,
You
Valencia.
too.
I'll be reaching out to you. This is very good. Very
Thank
much
you.
more thorough information, but you did an
Thank
amazing
you.
job.
Thank you so much, Omena. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you all.